let's just briefly run through the Four Noble Truths, and in the book there is a postcard, as I say, with the Four Noble Truths on it, because that was what started me on my mission to write the book, because of the fact that you could put it on a postcard. And on this postcard it gives you the Four Noble Truths. Suffering is part of life. We acknowledge that. It is so true, and when you do that it's really helpful. There is a cause of suffering, and we look at the cause of suffering, which is basically clinging to things, wanting things to be different, wanting things to be better, and also not wanting to be as they are. So it's hate, as it were. I hate this, I can't bear it. We're not accepting things exactly as they are, or being sort of in a dream world and not accepting things as they are at all, not facing up to things. So it's greed, sometimes put in this way, greed, hate and delusion. It sounds a bit critical, but if we can face up to them, we all do it all the time. We get attached to things, we want certain things. You know, we want a nice seat on the train when we're travelling up to London. We don't always get it. Just have to accept it as it is. If we can accept things as they are, we free ourselves from all that pain. And then, so suffering can be ended. That's the third noble truth, the cessation of suffering, once we come to terms with accepting things as they are. And it's in our mindfulness breathing that it's so easy to accept things as they are, because we are in the moment. The breath is as it is, life is as it is, and there's peace. So we try and just find that sense of peace. We don't blot out our suffering, we don't pretend it's not. What? Anger? I'm not angry. You know, we don't do that sort of approach. we accept, okay, I am angry, I'm absolutely furious, but this is not the real me. I can let it go. There's a place of me where there's peace. We let it go. We find out the reason for the anger. Is it because we're hating something? Is it because we're clinging to something? And so on. All this is explained in the book in a very simple way. We go through these things, we examine them ourselves, and we find our own peace. And then the fourth noble truth is a very practical one. There is a path that leads to freedom, happiness and peace. And that is practical things we can do in our life. It's called the Eightfold Path. And that is, if I can think of if I can get them in the right order, it's the right view, right intention, right speech, right action, right livelihood, right mindfulness, right endeavour, and right concentration. We do those, and he explains them all in the book, and they help us to put into practice the other three nobles. It all works together. It's so lovely. The Buddha was amazing, how everything links together. He had the most amazing logical brain. I'm quite in love with the Buddha. Although I don't call myself a Buddhist, I don't call myself anything, but I follow the Buddha's teaching, definitely, and it's really worked for me.